Men, listen up. My name's Jordan, and we are in Proverbs chapter 5, verse 11 through 13 today. And again, these cicadas are ringing off right now, so I'm sorry if they're disturbing. Maybe it just adds to like the nature ambiance vibe for everybody, but I just had to say it. Proverbs 5, verse 11 through 13, and we're going to break it down. At the end of your life, you will groan when your flesh and body are spent. You will say, how I hated discipline, how my heart spurned correction. I wouldn't obey my teachers or turn my ear to my instructors. Okay, so first of all, what is this talking about? It's talking about us looking back in a way on the mistakes we made, on the things we did, and how we despised discipline, how we despised knowledge, how we turned away from people who had wisdom and said, I'm going to choose my own desires, my own choices over what somebody else has to say about it. I'm going to choose, my gut, basically, is what I'm trying to tell you, over somebody else. Okay. And so we're going to look back on that in our life and reflect and say how I made those mistakes, how I could have done better, how I could have listened to the person who made the mistake, who was trying to prevent me from making the same mistake, but decided not to listen. Okay. When temptation arises, we need to know what to do. And this Bible verse in Proverbs is specifically talking about, sleeping with the adulterous woman, which was kind of like in our last episode what we were talking about. But when temptation arises, we need to know what to do. And listening to God's wisdom and people who have made the mistakes, who are also followers of Jesus Christ, it is important to listen to the wisdom of those who made the mistake and did the same thing that you're about to do and learn from it, rather than having to go through the whole experience yourself, make the mistake, and then learn from it yourself and deal with those emotions and that problem. Okay. We should listen to the wise from those who made those mistakes and learn. Resisting temptation is most affected when you decided to avoid the thing ahead of time. Okay, I want you to imagine this. You are told that there's going to be a car crash. Would you rather know there's going to be a car crash when you're in the car and you're 5 seconds away from it happening? Or would you rather know days, months, years ahead of time before ever entering that vehicle so that way you could avoid it when the time came? I'm going to hope that you chose the latter option, because that's what I would do. That's what I would hope to do, especially in a car crash example. So likewise, when we are, in temptation, we need to know ahead of time what to do when the temptation comes, to know how to avoid it, and to know what to do when it comes to us and where to go from there. This helps to avoid lingering in temptation, because that is where the enemy can capture you. When we linger in the temptation of lust and sexual immorality, we've already committed the sin. Because what is lingering? It's basically staying in the presence of it, deciding, will I or will I not do it? Well, your mind's already there. You just haven't made it up as to if you are going to pursue the sin physically or not, but your mind already went there. That's the problem with lust, is we've already sinned when we already had the thoughts of it. So the whole idea is that when you see anything that you know will make the lust problematic for you and become a problem, we need to run from it. We need to run away from it. Instead of trying to fight the battle ourselves, we need to get out of it and get away. So how do you do that? This is what I've tried to establish in my life and some of my close friends' lives, is we are making it a goal to call one another when we are feeling a temptation arise. Now, why do we call each other? It's to pray for each other. It's like kind of like a phone call where it's like, okay, I know you're not going to go tell anyone this, but the temptation is really bad right now. Could we say a quick prayer? And the whole idea is that you're on the phone call or you meet up in person, you guys say a prayer together and then figure it out. Go from there. Run away from the sin. Get out of the circumstance. Get out of your bedroom where you're alone in the middle of the night. Get out of your house where you're alone in it in the middle of the day. Get out of it. Just leave. Okay? That's the whole point of it, is praying with friends, praying with people who are close to you, and then praying to God. I mean, like, God, I can't fight this fight. I need to escape from it. And it's leaving the scene, running from the scene. That is how you get away from it. Okay, and the reason why I titled this video Men Listen, it's because there is this huge problem in the world, especially among young men, who just sleep around because it feels good to our body in the moment, but it's destroying. It's destroying because you later regret it. You end up sleeping with somebody you didn't know or you're not married to, and it's extremely problematic, especially in the Christian generation and Christian population. So that's the point of the video today. I hope you all got something out of it. I surely did. And yeah, love you guys. See ya.